Look, let the business dictate the loyalty. Bottom line. What's happening is Rico. Salute to the business committee. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We in there. Thugger. King Slime. Damn. Well, the state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Thugger's probation. The motion reads as follows. Comes now the state of Georgia by and through the undersigned council and moves this honorable court to immediately revoke the probation of the defendant Jeffrey Williams. The defendant has demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law, the safety of the witness, and the integrity of the judicial proceedings. The state submits that defendant's continued presence in the community under probationary supervision presents a clear and present danger to the public safety and undermines the rule of the law. On Tuesday, April 1st, Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, amplified this act by reposting the images with the caption, "Marissa Veverito is the biggest liar in the DA's office." This post quickly went viral, amassing over 2 million views with thousands of comments and retweets, and many of which included direct threats to the investigator and her family. Direct threats. As a direct threat consequence of the social media posts, Verito's home address and her parents' home address were publicly posted, exposing them to grave danger. One post added, "If hate is really the real, then pull up on her crib," alongside a photograph of her mother's residence. Hours later, an additional post emerged threatening the assassination of the district attorney's Fannie Willis. The escalation from targeting and testifying to making a direct death threat against the elected district attorney of Fulton County is a grave and unprecedented attack on the justice system. Wow. It looks like they've pretty much mapped out what has happened and how that can affect not only individuals of the justice system, but witnesses of the case. Wow. And I don't know if Thug's intent was to get any of this backlash, but Thug got to keep in mind he still has a pretty big and solid fan base. And a lot of those guys will do anything for him. But as multiple people have stated, the internet is getting people who are already in the criminal justice system, is pushing them further into it. They have to learn how to say less on the internet. And if it's a way that you feel, put it in your music, so that they have to interpret it as art. They can't necessarily say that what you say is the case. But Thugger comes back and he has a response to a potential revoking of his probation. Thugger say, "I don't make threats to people. I'm a good person. I would never condone anyone threatening anyone or definitely participating in threatening anyone. I'm all about peace and love. Makes perfect sense. But you are on the web saying some things that probably won't help you get off probation earlier. And you have to know that if you left the Rico case and you're out on probation, you're still being watched as if you're under investigation. They are just waiting for one mistake so that they could put you back in jail justifiably. Thugger has to make smarter decisions, and don't let how you feel or your emotions get you to the point where you feel like you have to express it to everyone. Or if you think you're going to, code it as best as possible. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Rico, what the business is. 100.